Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Jets franchise. And today we've got the divisional round against a team we have struggled mightily against, the Buffalo Bills. As you can see, we won last episode 35-30 against the Chargers. We do really good in their stadium. Whether it's against the Rams or them, we do pretty good. But this week, we've got to face off against Josh Allen and the Bills. We have a pretty complicated history with them under Coach Xavier Foster. But the big story going into this game for us, we will not have a bunch of these guys. It's rather upsetting. Tony Adams will be out week to week. So if we win here today, we'll get him back. Brees Hall, he probably won't be back until, well, if we make it to the Super Bowl. But then again, he could be back next week. We don't know. 1 to 3 weeks is quite a lot of time, especially if you're in the playoffs. Our right tackle, Armand Membu, young tackle. It's kind of upsetting. This offensive line's already struggling as it is, and we're not going to have depth at that position, along with any of the actual rest of the offensive line. And then we've got Jared Dunn. This is a terrible lineup to have injury-wise, but we do have our tight end back. Colston Loveland is back from injury. So we're going to have him, Taylor, and Barker. And it's going to look good, but this O-line looks kind of rough. We don't really have much depth on the O-line. We only have a 72 overall and 73 overall starting, and that's not good, but the rest of them, they're actually pretty good. But Mike, he's going to have to get the ball out quick today. He's got Etienne, Wilson, Shaheed. He's got all his receivers healthy. He's got his tight ends healthy. Starting 2 tight ends healthy. Etienne and Rico Dowdle, we signed him last week, faced off against the Chargers, and we won. We actually won our first playoff game in 15 years. But can we continue that success? This defense, it isn't the best looking, but it is good enough to get us to this point. Sauce Gardner, he's not a true 99 overall yet, but he is, with a boost, a 99 overall. So we should be locking down guys like Khalil Shakur. Now with Tony Adams down, that's going to give guys like Julian Blackman, Washington, Cisco. Looks like Washington's actually playing both sides. Tony Adams is unfortunately injured for 1 week, it says. As you can see, we won 35-30. We scored pretty much most of our points in the third. So we got to look to get on the board quick and not let Buffalo do, well, that. We can't let them score a lot. Because if we let them score a lot, then we're going to start losing. If we let them get a bunch of dink and dunks, they're going to get a first after first after first, and eventually that'll lead to a score. But we do need to show that first half defense like we showed against the Chargers, against the Bills. We've not necessarily managed to hold Josh Allen or James Cook that well whenever we do play them. And now we're not going to have Tony Adams, but we do have Shamar Turner this time, which it's pretty relieving to have him, to be honest. But Tony Adams is a pretty solid safety, but luckily we do have depth at the safety position, so that's not too much to worry about. Mike Ward had a pretty solid game, 4 touchdowns, 353 yards, 1 pick. Now, Justin Herbert, he didn't throw a pick, so our defense was not able to get a takeaway last week. But we did stop the run pretty well. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Hopefully we're able to stop James Cook this time. And we can't let Josh Allen get going either. He's also an MVP candidate behind Mike Ward, who's actually, I think he's doing pretty well. Rico Dowdle had his first carry as a New York Jet for 3 yards. So he's not the best, but then again, we only handed it off to him once. Travis Etienne, 13 carries, 39 yards. We need to look to produce a little bit more with him. Hopefully, we can do that better against the Bills. But he did get a touchdown. But then again, you can see right there, 2 rushing touchdowns for Justin Herbert. Josh Allen's much more of a rushing quarterback than Justin Herbert. So if we have that kind of play again, we are not going to do good. We cannot allow them to get a rushing touchdown from Josh Allen. James Cook, it'll probably happen. I can guarantee you it'll probably happen. James Cook will break away for some 50-yard rushing touchdown. I'm calling it now. It's going to happen. I'm not going to try to allow it. I'm going to stop it if I can. And then for receiving yards, the rookie receiver out of USC coming up clutch last week, over 117 yards, snagging the ball out of the air, getting 2 of them things, 2 of them TDs, which is great. He had an incredible first debut game in the playoffs. As a rookie, that's great. And then Rashid Shaheed helping him from behind. Quentin Johnson, their leading receiver, only 84 yards and 1 catch. He's definitely turned his career around, it seems. Mason Taylor, doing good as always. Throw it up to him. He'll catch it no matter what. Lad McConkey not getting too targeted. So we can definitely stop their number 1. But if we can stop their 1 and 2 and James Cook and Josh Allen, which is a lot of ands, then we'll be in pretty good condition to win if Mike Ward plays pretty smart. Last time we played against the Bills, we lost 21-28. Neither team could score in the first half, but we let the Bills get away with it in the third. We can't have that. Now, I would say Mike Ward outplayed Josh Allen other than the pick. And Josh Allen, he had a decent amount of yards rushing, and he did have a rushing touchdown. So we've definitely got to pay attention to him. We cannot have that. We cannot have Josh Allen running for a lot of touchdowns. We've got to limit James Cook. He's pretty much destroyed us every time we've played against them. We can't allow Cook to cook. But Breece Hall's no longer going to be playing for us this year. He might be out till the Super Bowl. This isn't good. He might be out till Pro Bowl. He might be out till the Super Bowl. But it's a long ways away till the Super Bowl. And we've got to actually win games. But we did manage to pass for it a lot on them, which is a good sign. Darius Etienne and Rashid Shaheed, who we do have playing this week, they are going to have a decent amount of opportunities, I'd say. Etienne will definitely get a couple jump balls, if I had to guess. He's not the fastest, but he's not the slowest. He's got like 93 or 94 speed, I'm pretty sure. And Rashid Shaheed's the same way. Actually, Rashid Shaheed is like 97. So, look for these guys to definitely get targeted a lot. Breece Hall will not be on the team for this game, which is unfortunate. Khalil Shakur, he was our leading receiver. He didn't really get much going, but Joshua Palmer did. We really got to watch out for these 2 guys right here. And, of course, James Cook. Now, Mike Ward did get sacked once. Josh Allen didn't get sacked any. But maybe this time, since we actually have Shamar Turner, we'll just get that little bit more pressure that we needed before. Shamar Turner, I'm pretty sure he was out at this time. We'll see. Was he out at this time? Yeah, Shamar Turner at this time was injured. He didn't record a single stat. But this time, maybe, just maybe, we can get a bit better. We can actually get a stomp or 2. Shamar Turner, you could tell when he's not on the field, it's rough. Our defense cannot stop a brick wall. I don't know. It can't stop a fly. But when he is on the field, this number from 0 turns up to maybe 1 or 2. Because Shamar Turner, not only might he get a sack, but he definitely helps his teammates out a lot. We don't want to have a guy like Sebastian Joseph Day, who we just signed out of free agency literally earlier this year in preseason. Yeah, we don't want to have a guy like him having to lead our team when he's only 79 overall. Shamar Turner, he's like 84, 85-ish. Yeah, we're definitely going to get a sack or two if I had to guess. Josh Allen, he's going to definitely feel the pressure. Shamar Turner is not going to be an easy guy to stop on that O-line. He's our guy on D-tackle. But if we had a solid D-tackle too, then maybe we can be a really good rush defense. It says we're top 10 in rushing defense. So if we can stop them here today, then we'll get it done. It doesn't seem Buffalo's defense is all that good, but it does seem their offense is one of the best. But our running game is not doing good, mainly because we've had Travis Etienne pretty much for a while now. We've had him as our starter for a while. We've had to basically go out and sign a backup running back. He hasn't necessarily played that bad, but he isn't the best option. Buffalo's going to be a tough game. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Buffalo, where we are going to be taking on the Bills in the divisional round of the playoffs. The Jets are looking to do something they haven't done in a long time and make the AFC Championship. Under the tutelage of Xavier Foster, Mike Ward has blossomed. In his rookie year, he's already in MVP contention alongside that man right there, Josh Allen. Bills have had a significantly better season, but to begin the season, the Jets were the only team to beat the Bills. Bills want redemption. Here we go. Bills are going to be returning it, and he's already going to break it out to about the 38. Josh Allen's going to get his first opportunity to get something going. 32 for 8. That's a nice job right there. As you saw, our Darius Washington did get the tackle, coming in for the injured Tony Adams. And now he's going to run it. Cook. Broken tackle! This is what we're trying to prevent! Nobody there! James Cook gets a touchdown. We can't have this. This happens every game we play against the freaking Bills. James Cook breaking a tackle. Nobody there. Best of the best. Speaking of Mike Ward, he's had one of the best rookie seasons, if not the best ever. And he looks to continue that rookie season success. All he has to do is push the Jets past the Bills. And Etienne helping in that. Nice first down run right there. First down. First down for the New York Jets of this game. He's going to throw it to his man Loveland. He's going to have a first and more. He's going to step out. Massive gain for 35. So it was knocked down. 3rd and 9. And that's to Loveland, who's going to have enough speed. 4th and 1. And it seems a Buffalo Bill is down. Who could that be? He seems to have hurt his leg. Is that Greg Rousseau? And the Jets haven't gotten this far just to give up now. They're going to run it. And Etienne's going to have enough for the first. Bumping off his lineman, getting the first down. 3rd and 10. Already in field goal range. But he's going to send his man. And Ward's picking up the first. Clutch run right there by Ward. Recognizing nobody's open. And he's going to hand this one off. And Etienne's going to get in for 6. Wide open hole up the middle. Just the type of blocking we needed. ETN. Touchdown, Jets. Of course, this could be Breece Hall celebrating with his teammates, but he's watching from the couch. Actually, he might be on the sideline. Who knows? But this is for Breece Hall. They've been doing this all game. Allen looks like he's making some changes since Kincaid in motion. In the pass. And he's going down. Shakir only getting 6. 3rd and 6. Jets can get the stop here and get a clutch drive going. And it's overthrown. Kincaid not even aware. He ran the wrong route. A little bit of miscommunication there. Just not a good connection between those two right now. Seems the contact was a little bit too much for him. Gonna snap it. And Mason, Mike Ward, gets it to Garrett Wilson. 2nd and 10 for the New York Jets. He's going to check it down to ETN, who's got plenty of room. And he's going to cut back and stay in bounds. Massive first down on the screen. 2nd and 3. After that, great catch right there. Shaheed managing not to allow the defense to get anything. But this time, Rico Dowdle, former Cowboys and Panthers running back. Massive first. His first carry of the game. Rico Dowdle hasn't seen this success from a team in a while. And ETN cutting it back for 6. ETN breakout game incoming. Touchdown Jets. After the defensive stop, the Jets drive down and get 6. Great job. And he's going to do it again. Shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yah. Nice little fancy footwork. We are on fire right now. Bills down already. They need to get this. They need to get a first and touchdown. But the thing is, they're going to have Joshua Palmer, who's going to have a first down. He's going to break a couple tackles. Nobody can take him down. They're trying to shoulder tackle, and it's not working. You can't just do that and expect somebody to go down. Allen surveying the field. He's going to look to pass. He's going to have his man Kincaid, who finally looks back in time for the catch. That's going to be the end of the first. Jets with the lead. They've failed to do this the first time around against the Bills. Palmer, Cook, the only touchdown from the Bills is that one rushing touchdown by Cook. But the Jets have seemed to have relapsed in their ways of allowing that kind of run. Jets lead going into the second quarter. 3rd and 4. Bills looking to pass. They're going to have their man, Kincaid, who's going to get down 1st and goal. So they caught him lacking right there. It's now the Bills. 1st and goal from the 9. And Josh Allen going to keep it. And he's going to go in the end zone for 6. Quickly tying this one back up. They didn't read it correctly. They had one man on the tackle and just couldn't bring him down. Thomas tried to go for the big hit, but couldn't. Bills with 6. So I guess he tripped up right there. And Loveland getting the catch. 3rd and 1. Great job getting the catch right there. And now it's 3rd and 1. And ETN gonna get a big first down. Breaking a tackle and picking up enough. The Jets can manage to get this clock down just enough. They can get the Bills to where they don't have enough time to score. No way. ETN, he's got speed. He's gonna break away. ETN in for 6 again. 3 touchdowns for ETN in the first half. Breece Hall, who? ETN might be the new running back in New York. Look at this. He just barely has the breakaway speed to get away from the defenders. He might just be it. He might be the reason we win. So the Bills picked up enough for the first. Now Allen looking to make some changes in the backfield. Sends Palmer in motion. He's going to pass it. And it's caught. Palmer. Allen. 3 men on the right. Sends Cook out. Sends him back, actually. Double motion right here. He's going to let the pass. And he's going to get Shakir 2nd and 1. Allen's above 100. He's got a $106. So a gain of 3. And now the Bills have a first down. Sending Kincaid in motion. Actually sends back. He's going to let the pass. Allen's going down. Shamar Turner, who we said was going to have a decent game, gets his first sack. We missed you, buddy. You could be the reason we beat the Bills alongside Travis Etienne. Defense needed this. When you've got a guy like Shamar Turner who can easily pressure the quarterback like this, we definitely need it. Allen didn't get sacked a single time last time we played. Josh Allen didn't get pressured that much last time we played, so he actually had a pretty good game then. But now we've got Shamar Turner back, and that's going to be the number 3 first down. Maybe it doesn't matter about the sack. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Usually that's Tony Adams' spot, but we just don't have him tonight. And that's underneath to Kincaid, who goes down. 3rd and 2. We need every man playing smart here. Press them up. We are in the red zone. Sends Cook out in motion. We need every man playing smart here. And Allen goes down. 4th and inches. Sebastian Joseph Day with the tackle. So Bills on 4th and inches. They're going to need to go for it. And they've got Cook, who jukes in for the end zone. Nobody able to stop this man Cook when he gets going. It's a shame we couldn't, but it happened. Cook, when he gets going, he gets going. As you see right here, Cisco tried going for a big tackle. He just got juked out. Couldn't stop him. That's what happens when you got a guy like Cook. So that's going to be the end of the second quarter and the first half, as the game is tied 21-21. Both teams doing pretty solid on offense. Jets getting a couple stops. Bills, not quite. Let's check out the halftime report around the league here in the divisional round. Lions taking on Cowboys. Jared Goff, screenplay. He's going to get it to his man, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who falls on top of the defense of Dallas, and he gets in. Touchdown, and the Lions win in advance. Baltimore versus Tennessee. Who will it be? As Lamar, he faked it, and that's the Derrick Henry on the reverse. Henry, with a full head of steam, like a locomotive, gets in the end zone. Cam Ward can't do enough. Ravens win 31-17. And now, Bills versus Jets. It's a close one here. Either team can win it. Cook, he does have a couple touchdowns, but he hasn't been a big factor for the Bills. When he's been going, but this Bills offense and defense can't do good. Etienne having a breakout game. Absolutely incredible. He has the amount of touchdowns as his number. Etienne already has over 100 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. Mike Ward hasn't really been able to get too much going, though. Now, we're on the home stretch of this game. We need to give it every single thing we've got. Speaking of which, Etienne just had a great game. He fumbles it! What are we doing? Why, Etienne? Etienne fumbles at the most important moment. Bills are going to get the ball. No way. We got to see that one again. He tried reaching, but he Just stupid right there. Not smart of ETN to try to reach for that. 2nd and 10 now. Jets gonna pay attention to the handoff. Cook, he's gonna break a tackle. Cook is just breaking tackles left and right. When he gets the ball, you can't stop him. He's got a full head of steam. It's like Derrick Henry if Derrick Henry was named James Cook and he was number 4. So now Allen, going man in the backfield. And he's got his man number 3. Sauce Gardner, who is supposed to be 99 overall, cannot guard a 3rd or 4th string receiver. Somehow, we have idiots. I have a feeling they're going to hand this one off here. And it's Josh Allen, who's going to fumble. Bills pick it, or just pick it up. Just as soon as they give it up, they get it back. Will McDonald had a form, and now he has a fumble recovery. Jets with a big turnover. Takeaway, whatever you want to call it. It's our ball. And now it's Devin Bush with the knockout and McDonald with the pickup. That was a wild set of actions right there. ETN getting 5. But Jets are a very, very, and he goes down, Mike Ward. Nobody able to block long enough. Nets Turner with the sack. 1st and goal for the Bills. So, Bills get it back. Just playing patty cake with the ball. And it's caught. Number 3 gets in the end zone. Bills take the lead. Calhoun. Tyler Calhoun, it looks like he's a rookie. Yeah, can't have that. This is rough. Jets want to play patty cake with the ball. Bills, I guess, want to go as well. We can't make a tackle. Our Darius Washington couldn't get the tackle. We can't have this. We were playing good in the first half. It's just we can't suck now. And Colston Loveland, he's going to grab it. Big 1st down and big catch. Loveland, I love that he can land that catch. 3rd and 6. Jets need a massive 1st down. And they're going to get their man Loveland, who's got plenty of green grass. Massive 1st down. He's got 112 yards. Now the Jets 1st and 10 from the 12. They've got to find their man Taylor, who's going to get in the end zone. Jets score right back. That's exactly what we need. Mason Taylor is that guy at tight end. Him and Loveland are the ultimate 1-2 punch. You can't stop it. You just can't. Taylor catches pretty much everything, and Loveland is literally just that, but a little bit higher overall. Taylor getting his deservingly the touchdown he deserves a lot. Powering through the guys after catching it. Nobody can stop that man. He's a beast. The beast of New York. Allen was to James Cook. Now, Bills gonna think. And Kincaid gets a massive 1st and more. So 1st and 10 from the 45. Oh, 45. If you know that song, then you do. You know, you know. Allen, going up the pass. He's going to get his man James Cook. James the Dalvin Cook. He has 200 yards passing now. We can't have much more than that. Injuries on defense seem to be piling up. We're going to hand it off. ETN going to have a big 1st down. He continues to have an excellent game. 2nd and 9. Jets trying to whittle down this clock as much as they can. And ETN make the grab. 2nd and 11. Jets might let this one run down. Or will they? They get it out. It's to their man ETN, who's got plenty of room. 1st down. Going to go into the 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, put up your fours. We're going into the fourth quarter, down 28-31 against the Bills. We didn't start the third quarter very well, but we definitely have ended it quite better, holding the Bills to just 31-28. Now the final 8 minutes of the game. The Jets can't be looking at a collapse here. 2nd and 1, great run right there by Dowdle. The Jets ranked 29th in total yards rushing. 2nd and 1. And we get a little bit of a block right here. ETN doesn't need just a little. He needs none as he gets down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal. ETN is having an excellent game. If we don't win this, there's got to be something wrong. ETN, the other ETN gonna run it. He's gonna get to the 1. Oh no, another lineman down. That's Green. We don't have much depth at the left guard position. This is not good. He's only 73 overall as well. We can't have that. Injuries are just gonna pile up. It's going to ruin us later down the line. Barker in motion. We're going to hand it off. ETN, it doesn't matter who's injured, because ETN's going to get his 4th touchdown today. Breakout game for ETN Jr. Whenever we need him, we've got him. ETN coming in, filling in for Breece Hall. I'd say quite freaking nicely. 4 touchdowns on the day with a full head of steam. Gets into that end zone. He's quite fast, and apparently he's quite strong. Big time touchdown for the Jets. Jets. J-E-T-S. Jets, Jets, Jets. Kenyon Green, bruised ribs, and it says he will return, but let's keep him. 3rd and 9. Bills need to pick up about 10, actually about 9 to get this first. And it's caught. Kincaid in traffic. 5 guys there. Not your typical 5 guys, but Kincaid getting in the middle of them. Allen luckily finding it just over that defense. 2nd and 9 from the Jets, 43. Allen gonna fake this out. It's gonna go down. Check down man. And it's Palmer getting the catch. 3rd and 2. They've managed to get him down to this spot several times. But whether they can actually stop him, that's a different story. What's Allen gonna think? Pass. He's gonna have his man Kincaid who gets the first. It's been a big part of their offense so far. We gotta stop him somehow. So the Bills get the first down. Can they continue that, though? Looks like they're going to probably flip the play. They don't like how it was looking before. Maybe think they got a mismatch. And that's going to be down to their young man at 8 yards. Now 2nd and 2. What are the Bills going to think? They send Palmer in motion. They're going to hand it off to him. And he's going to have to get a lot of yards right there. 2.5 minutes left. Jets cannot be allowing this. So the Bills get the first. Allen, lone man in the backfield. And Allen's going to go down. Joseph Day with a sack now. 2nd and 14, 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in the game. This could be big. 2nd and 14. You got to be expecting pass here. Got to be pass here. Allen is looking to pass. He's got his man. Shakir. 3rd and 6. Allen, you got to be thinking, man. Something could be going if you don't get it. And now, Kincaid in motion. He's got his man Kincaid. Touchdown Bills. Over the middle. Kincaid breaking the ankles. And now Bills take the lead. But by 2 right now. Jets are now down by 3. ETN cannot does not want this game to go to waste. He's had such an excellent game so far. Jets have to have one of the most clutch drives right now. They've got Shaheed. He's got it. He's going deep. Milano's the man in coverage, and he couldn't stop him. Shaheed, what a play. It only took 1.5 minutes left. Jets take the lead again, 41-38. They found the mismatch. Shaheed with the speed. This is why you don't put a linebacker on him. He didn't have too big of a game today, but he did when it mattered. Speed kills, and it killed Milano. Bills only have a minute and a half left. Now, we definitely could have wasted a bit more time, but we didn't. We could have definitely wasted just a bit more time, but we needed to get the go-ahead score. Allen, you gotta think, they're only gonna go run. And Cook's going out. Minute and a half left. They went run. They got it. They're still down 4. So now Bills with the first and 10. They're gonna get their man Palmer. First down. They're trying to make their way ever so slightly. Allen's not made too many mistakes. Interception, Devin Bush! Bush with the interception. User lurk. They could have just sealed the game for the Bills. Allen make the biggest mistake. Devin Bush, the man who we signed, is going to be there in time for the pick. User lurk. Just perfect time. Perfect place. Devin Bush might have just been the reason we won this game. One more knee. And we're going to do the unthinkable. The New York Jets are going to do it and win the divisional round game against the Bills in none other than a shootout. What a great game this was. Either team could have won it. Allen, I'm sorry, bro. Mike Ward is the answer, the key, and the only reason this Jets team is relevant at all. And that's why we're going back to the AFC Championship. ETN had an excellent game. Now, he did fumble right there and could have very well cost us. We had, I'd say, a weird start to the second half, but we did eventually overcome it. Devin Bush getting that clutch interception. We signed him in the offseason of season 1, and he's been great for us. And now, of course, Mike Ward having an excellent game. As always, he's proven himself. He is the franchise quarterback out of Oklahoma State. Excuse me. He didn't throw a pick. This is what we need. Allen got pressured a whole lot more than he would have liked. They had to have him throw 35 times. Cook, he did get going, but Allen just had to throw it as much. Now, he did only throw 4 incompletions, which Allen is that kind of guy to throw pretty good. But Ward had the better QB rating. Ward only had to throw 16 attempts for 287 yards, 6 more than Allen. Ward had a much better game than Josh Allen despite not throwing nearly as many completions or attempts. He did have about 16 less completion percentage, but it doesn't matter. Josh Allen just making the big mistake at the end. Devin Bush getting that clutch interception to basically seal the game. Both men, they basically had a shootout. Classic shootout, but that pass to Shaheed basically helped us a lot. Basically get us that lead 42-38. It wasn't a 3-point game, but a 4-point game. So they had to score 6 on the. They had to score a touchdown. They didn't. We didn't throw a pick. Mike Ward not making a rookie mistake like he did last week. He almost gave it up for us. But luckily, we held on to the end. Defense managed to be pretty clutch. Maybe this is how the game would have went against the Bills if we did have Shamar Turner earlier on in the season. Maybe, just maybe. And then the run game, ETN hooked. We didn't have Breece Hall this week. We needed somebody to step up, and ETN, well, let's just say he stepped up. 17 carries, 142 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 fumble, but it's okay. 4 broken tackles. long 55. Barely managing to outrun everybody to get that one touchdown. But hey, this man dominated. We only held James Cook to 92. I said we needed to limit him. I'd say we did a pretty okay job. Josh Allen didn't really run it that much. He did get a rushing touchdown. James Cook did get 2 rushing touchdowns. But I feel like we did an overall good job. We limited Allen to running it too much. Shamar Turner, Sebastian Joseph Day, heck, even Will McDonald, and Jermaine Johnson. All of them men got in on the action, pressuring the crap out of Josh Allen. He couldn't really have too much solid passes in the pocket because those guys were just there every down. James Cook, now he did have a couple of big time plays, but it just doesn't matter. It doesn't. Now onto the receiving stats. Colston Loveland with a massive catch. Shaheed is a very consistent receiver, it seems. 81 yards. He didn't really do much until that last play. He only had 7 yards receiving. That's why you don't pull out your secret weapon until the very last second. They thought they could guard Shaheed by having Milano on him. Nah, we exposed that real quick. Shaheed with that last second touchdown. Pretty clutch. We left them like a minute and a half left in the game. But Allen screwed it up through a pick. And then Loveland, you saw that catch. You saw it. I saw it. The whole nation saw it. Everybody watching saw it. I know I'm not the only one with eyes. But Loveland, pretty big catch by him, of course. You love to see Colston Loveland, Mason Taylor, those two guys getting involved. Loveland in his return game, I believe. Exactly what we need. We need a guy like Loveland to play good. Actually, I think he might have played last week. But either way, Loveland performing good. Shaheed, he didn't necessarily play good all game, but he did come in clutch. We did allow the Bills to get a bunch of guys. Like I said, a bunch of dink and dunks. They couldn't really get much going deep. They did a couple. They did like maybe like once or twice. But Josh Allen tried to go to the well one too many times. Devin Bush picked him off. He was trying to hit one of his guys over the middle deep. We read that like a book. ETN, alongside his 142 rushing yards, he's going to put on 56 yards receiving. Bill's going to get a couple guys. Mason Taylor, he didn't necessarily get that involved except for that one touchdown, which we very much thank you for, Mason. Any contribution from you is a good contribution. Now, Darius Etienne, he didn't really get that involved today. He didn't have a drop. We only really threw it to him a couple times, like it says 2. He got 13 yards. Maybe not his best game, but alongside him, D-Hop and Garrett Wilson, D-Hop didn't really get involved at all. He had one drop, but we don't necessarily have to have these guys playing the best to win, as long as the rest of the team's playing good. I'm fine with Taylor getting 15 yards and 2 receptions if he can get that touchdown. If ETN can get those 13, he didn't get a touchdown, but you get what I mean. As long as we play correctly at the clutchest times, then we're looking spicy. And for tackles, our Darius Washington coming in, filling in for the injured Tony Adams. He performed pretty well. Tony Adams is usually the leading tackler on this team. 12 tackles. Washington filling in just perfectly fine. Milano, the man who gave up the game-losing touchdown. It wasn't nearly as fast as Shaheed. Shaheed just had that major speed. Pretty much. But he did have a TFL. Blackman finally getting to play a little bit himself. Seems like we got a couple of Saints players. Devin Bush, the kind of guy you need. He kind of led the game in tackles. The only guys that actually outperformed us were Benford and Milano. Benford getting about 8, which was the typical, and Milano getting 9, the leading tackler for Buffalo. Now for TFLs, Peyton Turner and Bernard. Funny enough, I used to know a guy named Peyton Turner until he left my hometown. But Bernard, Terrell Bernard, or Peyton Turner got 2 and 1. Otherwise, we pressured the crap out of Josh Allen and then Matt Milano, but we don't talk about him. We did pretty well pressuring that QB. I'm gonna say it right now. This defense looks much better than before. We definitely got the right guys to stay on the team. Now for sacks, Peyton Turner, the only guy for the Bills getting one, and then Sebastian Joseph Day and Shamar Turner, two of our clutchest D tackles. Like I said, if we can get a good number 2 D tackle, then we'll be set. Because we probably won't keep Sebastian Joseph Day considering our cap space. We only have like 22 mil. If we keep him, we go down to like 9 mil. So I can't afford that because we actually got to sign our rookies. I don't have much money to re-sign some of our guys. Now, we did get the main guys like Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. We kept those guys for sure because they're going to be clutch players for years to come. We need them. Sauce Gardner, one of the best corners, if not the best corner in the game right now, at least for us. And then interceptions, Devin Bush. Like I said, this was a shootout. Not many players on defense getting a look at a pick. Mike Ward probably should have thrown a couple, but he didn't. And Devin Bush just getting that clutch one at the very end. So after 15 long, plain, boring, hard-fought, very saddening years, the New York Jets are going to find themselves back in the AFC Championship against none other than the Baltimore Ravens. Nobody expected this New York Jets team to be this good. The offense is very electric. With Brees Hall out, this team was originally thought to be bad. With a bunch of these guys out, we were thought to be terrible. Brees Hall and Jared Dunn seem to now be the only 2 guys out. And Brees Hall could be back by the Super Bowl if we make it. I'm not counting anything out. Jared Dunn is going to basically be out for the rest of the season. That poor guy, he could have developed into a pretty solid center, but he just got injured. He broke his collarbone. I've had that happen to me before, but it was because I was being dumb as a child. Broke my collarbone on a trampoline, but oh well. I know how that feels, Jared. Don't worry, bud. You will be back. But nobody thought we were going to be successful with Brees Hall. Everybody thought we were going to be trash. They tried to write us off, but we didn't write back. As we're now back in the AFC Championship, it seems like we've never left. Back against the Ravens, barely beating the Bills, and now we got to face possibly the best team in the current NFL right now. We had a weekly award. As you can see, Travis Etienne Jr., he put up an excellent game. Etienne, I don't know where this came from, brother, but you popped off. It seems the Ravens defensive player Buchanan, he played well. Falcons must have had an excellent game. They might be doing quite well for themselves. But the Jets are going to be finding themselves against the Ravens, who have a really good defense and a really good offense. If we win, we go to the Super Bowl for the first time in a long time. You think 15 years of playoff inactivity has been an issue? Well, wait till you see their Super Bowl. Wait till you see their Super Bowl drought. Here's what the playoffs are shaping up to be like. So it's the New York Jets versus the Baltimore Ravens, and then you've got the Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions. Buccaneers got absolutely destroyed by Michael Penix Jr. This was just not even close. Michael Penix Jr. having a good game. Baker, mistake after mistake. We've learned ourselves that that's a pretty big issue whenever you're trying to win games. Bijan having even a better game than freaking Travis Etienne, he had an excellent freaking game, getting a touchdown and a buck 65. Michael Penix Jr. getting 26 yards. He might be the next Michael Vick. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. And then receiving yards wise, doesn't seem Kyle Pitts did that good. If you had him in fantasy this week, you might have been, I don't know if the touchdown will count for much, but you might have been out of luck. And the Lions, it looks like they had a pretty hard-fought game against Dallas. Actually, they had the lead 14-0 going into half. They allowed a touchdown, 7-14, and then 21-15. So it seems like Dallas had to claw their way back in, but it just wasn't enough at the very end. Baltimore, they had a pretty interesting path, beating the number 7 seed Raiders and then the number 4 seed Titans. We've had, I'd say, a much tougher path than they have. Baltimore's only had to beat a crappy Raiders team who didn't really do all that well last year. Actually, they did pretty solid. But that's only because of rookie Ash and Genty. They're led by Geno Smith, I believe. Yep, they're still led by Geno Smith, who actually played pretty good. Played better than Lamar passing-wise. But Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, you can't stop them. 4 rushing touchdowns. They even had their rookie running back, Shaq Brown. So teams are possibly worried about Derrick Henry maybe retiring. Maybe Derrick Henry is regressing. Who knows? Receiving game, Brock Bowers, playing good as always. Mark Andrews. Joshua Ruiz, a receiver out of Syracuse. He's playing well. But that's going to do it. We're going to be taking on the Ravens next episode. Look forward to potentially making the Super Bowl for the first time in I don't know how many years. But last time we made a Super Bowl, freaking Joe Namath was on the team. That's a long, long time ago. That's kind of scary to think about, really. But the Lions and the Falcons, of course, looking to try to redeem themselves from that 28-3 loss. I'm sorry for bringing out Falcons fans. I'm terribly sorry. But Detroit, they made it this far last year. They lost to the Commanders. Actually, no. That's 2 years ago. Lions, who made it to the NFC Championship a couple years ago against the 49ers, they had the lead, but then they didn't. Can the Lions redeem themselves and finally make the Super Bowl, breaking the curse? Or will the Falcons make the Super Bowl and try to redeem themselves there? Falcons beating the Seahawks, beating the Bucks. So it seems like the Falcons have had a pretty easy path to the Super Bowl. Lions have had to fight super hard. Eagles, Cowboys, a couple of Madden's favorite teams. Seems right now the Falcons are the favorite team of EA Sports. They just absolutely put BTA to everybody they've played so far. But we could look to see one of the most unique Super Bowls in NFL history, in recent history, that is. But if you have enjoyed this episode, why not consider liking and subscribing, as it does help the channel grow, helps us get out to a more wider variety of audience. And I do want to try to get up to 100. That is my new goal after reaching 80. I never expected to get to this far, but I do want to try to hit 100. That would be an absolute dream. But y'all got to help me with that. That's going to be it for today. As always, I am Yo Boy Baller1 saying peace out, everyone.